Okay, so let's start standing up. Now that we finally figured all that out. And just pedal the feet out, mostly just because I was crouching down and my feet are hurting. But just start to waken up the toes. Maybe you kind of roll side to side. Maybe roll the ankles out a little bit. Move that out of the way. Cool. Oh, good. Got Chloe. Now we're going to start with your feet almost all the way together. So there's a little bit of space. And then just shift your weight over to your left leg and we'll pick the right leg up. So we're just kind of finding our balance here. We'll see how this goes. Left leg is soft. And then arms will extend out. I have room behind me. We're going to just find ourselves coming down into a little airplane. So fingers reach back as the toes extend back. And then right back up. And yours may look a lot prettier than mine does. I started with the left leg on purpose because that's generally our less stable side. And then right back up and just kind of moving at your own pace. And you're just kind of waking up the ankle joint. And starting to find some heat in that left cheek. This is my third class of the day, so my form is going to be extra special today. And right back up. And just do that maybe 3 or 4 more times. Worst case is you just use a little wall to help you balance. I'm going to cheat a lot today. 2 more. Get 1 more. And up. Okay, and then we'll go right to the other side. And you should notice a pretty big difference. You can have the arms out, side, forward to your hips. And just hinging forward and hinging up. That's pretty bad for me, how bad my balance is from left to right. So it's always good to notice those things so that we can work to improve them. Just leaning into it. Woo. Got a little ahead of myself. And up. And as you're rising up, really contract that right glute to bring you up. Whoa. And worst case is you just put your feet back down. And depending on what you're standing on too, can make a world of difference. Oh, so much better. Get maybe 3 more. Bowing into it and pushing the floor away. 2 more. And get your last one in. Whew. And then all the way up. Then just shake it out. Let's do a normal roll down. Feet in your Pilates V. Inhale, arms come up, let the ribs open. And exhale, round down, nod the chin. Hang heavy, let the knees soften. Big inhale, slow exhale as you rebuild. 1 bone at a time. Getting a little bit taller. And roll the shoulders down and back. We'll stay standing for a little bit. So I'm just going to adjust my camera. We'll find our feet pretty wide, so in a wide second position. Toes and knees are turned out. And we'll come down low in our plie. Knees are pushing back, shoulders over the hips, and ribs are gathering in and trying to get a little closer to your hips. So we're not crunching in, but there's that little pull. Arms reach out. We're going to start by just going down 1 inch. Up 1 inch. Think less of a pulse, more of just a very tiny, small, and slow range of motion. Driving your heels heavy into the floor. And as your butt is going down, think of your head going up. So you go up with your waist to go down with your seat. Let the shoulders soften. And then notice as you move, if you put more weight into one foot than the other. So see if you're favoring one side, and if you are, try and even it out for the last 4. 3, 2, on 1, just sit and hold. Maybe the arms come up. We're here for 5. We'll stand up in 4, 3, 2. As we rise, arms come down, plie back down. And still finding that two-way stretch, right? So we go up with the spine as the butt goes down. Lift up. Big inhale and exhale. And again, trying to keep even weight, left and right foot. 4 more slow. 3, your knees are opening over your first and second toes. 2 more. Now let's start to move. We're down, we're up. Because there will be a lot of kind of squatting and lunging stuff. Just be nice to your knees. So maybe you turn out less, maybe you turn in more, kind of whatever feels the most gentle. And just trying to keep the knee as much right over the heel as you can. And let's get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low one more time. Let's bring the arms to our, I think this is our low fifth, and just the heels. They lift, they melt. Roll the shoulders down and back a few times. And then as you lift, try and push evenly between all 10 toes so you're not rolling out or rolling in. Right, we don't want to supinate or pronate. We want to lift our feet up parallel. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels stay high. We just get a little bit lower. Bring the arms overhead for 4. Down 1 more inch. 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Rise it up. Oh, shake it out. Come down to the mat. I think we should be good here. All right. Lie yourself on down. Hug the knees in. Maybe rock side to side. Then we're gonna get our abs right away. So cross your right ankle over the left knee like you're about to find a figure 4 stretch. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Big inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl up. At the top, come up as high as you can, where you feel nothing happening in your neck, because that's what your hands are for. We're gonna keep our upper body lifted. Draw your legs to this weird tabletop. Cool. And then you're just gonna tap and lift. And tap. Move that thing out of the way. And lift. Your toe touches the floor. Making all my adjustments as we move. Tap and lift. Keep pushing that right knee away from you so it stays square with the right foot. And now we're going to uncurl as the leg lowers. Curl up, everything comes in. Inhale, exhale. Maybe your butt even lifts up a little bit. Exhale every time you come up. Inhale to lower and go all the way down each time. Let's get 8, 7, 6. Each time you're exhaling, you're pulling your belly in a little deeper. 4, 3, 2. We'll stay up on our next one. And just the upper body up, up. Little curls deeper for 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Lower it down. Whew, switch legs. Come up into your curl, nodding the chin in, belly scoops in, float the legs up, and just the legs. Tap and lift. Exhale to drag the leg in. Three more, and we'll add the upper body. 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. As you're coming up, think of your bottom ribs cinching together. That's going to help naturally pull you into that flexion rather than using the head or the arms. Ribs close, ribs close. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We hold up on 1 with your torso, like someone karate chopped you right under your bra line, and you want to make that chop even deeper and deeper. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Little rock side to side. We'll extend the legs out long on the mat. Glue them together. We'll bring the hands behind the head, interlace your fingers. We're gonna lift up into our curl. We twist to the right, center, lower it down. We're gonna stick with the right. Lift, twist, untwist, centered. One more like that. Twist as you come up, center, down. Now we lift, twist, stay twisted. Float your right leg up a few inches. Put it down, center, untwist. One more slow. We curl, twist, lift the leg, lower the leg, center, unwind. Now we do the whole thing at once. We curl and twist and lift and lower. Curl, twist and lift. Wait, exhale. Elbows stay wide. And your left heel is anchoring down to the floor to help keep your left hip heavy. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll stay up on 1. Take your left hand, so it's reaching at an angle away from your left toes, and little pulses up, up. Left hip gets heavier. And try and come up a little higher up this right shoulder for 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Reorganize. Now to the left, we curl, twist, uncurl, back to center, up, rotate, unrotate, center. One more. We'll add our leg lift once we twist. Lift, twist, leg up, leg down, center, lower. One more slow. Curl, twist, leg, leg, center, lower. Let's combine it all. Exhale, curl and twist. Now it's the right hip that stays heavy. Finding that same cinching of the ribs to bring you up. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. We stay up on our last one. Reach out towards that angle. Little pulses up, up. Watch your hips so that they don't move too much. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center, lower it down. Let the ribs flare out for a minute. And then hug the knees in. You're gonna set up for a bridge. If you have a booty band, you can put it around your legs. I think both of you don't, so I won't use it. Just so we're all on the same page. Start with your feet right underneath your knees. And we'll go just a few inches apart. So think of like an orange of space in between your knees, in between your feet. Arms long and heavy. Start to tuck your tail, squeeze your bottom and peel your heels up. I'm sorry, your thighs up. At the top, get that nice stretch by reaching your thigh bones forward and pressing your hips up more, but letting the ribs stay heavy. Melt it down. 1 bone at a time. And do that 2 more times. I'm just going to move my screen down so I'm not looking up so high. Yeah. And I'm going to turn around. So just kind of enjoying that articulation, feeling the stretch. And melt. And this next time when we're up, we'll stay lifted. So curl, press your hips up, but draw the ribs down. And now as if we have one bone, we just lower it halfway down, all the way up. And you want to feel like you're pulling your hip bones forward. And that's going to keep you from kind of leading with your back. You want to lead with your hips. So you stay in that nice long line. You can go halfway down, you can go all the way down. Just go to what serves you best. Lift and down. Maybe the arms come up to the sky. Let's get 5, 4. Trying to squeeze more on the down than the up. 3, 2. Let's stay lifted and we're just gonna march. Arms can stay up or they can press down. One leg up, put it down, other leg. And you're trying to avoid too much moving of the hips and the pelvis as you just march. 4, let's bring the arms down. 3, 2, on 1, left leg stays lifted. Square your hips off, maybe you gotta pick up your head to see, and then straighten that leg up. We're gonna tap our bum, push into your right heel to lift. Lower, push and lift. And we've got 6 more. Keep thinking of space between this left hip and left rib, because when the leg comes up, it wants to shorten it. 3, 2, we're gonna keep it lifted, little pulses up by pushing into that right heel. Hopefully your right booty is talking to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the foot down, get the hips higher. Massage the spine down. Reorganize. Lift it back up. Right leg up, hips square off. Stretch it to the sky. We tap and lift. Keep reaching the fingers down, out of the ears. And driving heavy into that left heel. If you are not feeling your bum, your knee might be, or your foot might be too close or too far in. So kind of make those adjustments. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses up. Ribs keep drawing in and together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down, hips get a little higher. Massage the spine down. Hug it in. And let's roll ourselves up. We'll come up, well, it's really close. We'll come up onto our left side. Actually, before we do that, come up to tabletop. We're gonna take your left forearm down. So left fingertips are right by your right hand. You can either tent the fingers or you just walk the hand out a bit to the side. So I'll move it out of the way. And then we're just gonna reach the right leg straight back behind us. Shoulders and hips are square to the floor and we're pushing down to lift up. And then we're just gonna squeeze the bum to pick up the leg and tap. Lift and tap. You wanna be light on this right hand so that we're not putting a lot of weight into it. We're gonna be really lifted up through our waist. Then you lift the leg up with intention, right? So squeeze it as you lift. Turn a little bit. And then naturally, keep moving. We'll sort of end up leaning way over to the left, right? We want to try and keep the left hip right over that left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2. It's going to stay lifted on 1. Reach it a little bit further and tiny little lifts. Think of lift, squeeze, pause. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. For 7. As you squeeze the bum, also pull the belly in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the toes so that now you can pivot so that you're going to square off towards me and come up onto your left hand. You can kind of move this guy in or out depending torso length, leg length. And now we're a little more to the side booty. We lift and tap. Try not to have your hand outside your shoulder. It's right underneath, and the elbow is soft. We won't be here very long. 4, 3, and lifting up and out of this hip. 2, 1. We're gonna reach our right arm over your head. Bring knee to elbow and stretch. Knee to elbow and stretch. Do that for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it long, get it longer, and then bring it on in. Set your bum on your heels. Couple big shoulder rolls. We're gonna get a little thigh stretch before we get the other side. So turn to the side. Stack the hips right over the knees. Arms will reach forward. Belly is pointed and glutes are turned on. And in one piece, we're just gonna hinge back. Whole body goes with you. And hinge back up. Think of lengthening your thighs up away from your knees. Squeeze your seat to bring you back up. Big inhale. Exhale, and you should feel that nice stretch in your hips. Make sure that you're not arching to go back. Just keeping one long neutral line. 4 more. And up. 3. Knees are popping. If you have sensitive knees, you can always fold your mat up once or twice. 2. And 1. Whew. We'll come down to our tabletop, and then right elbow and forearm come down. Left palm or forearm or fingers are tented. Reach the left leg behind you. Draw the belly in. Tap, lift to squeeze. Keep the head right on the spine so we don't let it just hang. And the hips are square-ish to the floor. And every time you lift the leg, the toes pull away, the abs pull up to keep your back supported. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. It'll stay up on 1. Again, it's not a pulse, it's just a really tiny range. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Keep lifting up and out of the right hip so your hips haven't traveled to the right. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up and then bring it in. And we'll pivot. Hand comes down right in line with your knee. Reach the other leg long. Find your spot where you feel stable. And then we lift and tap. Let me read that. You can't hear me at all. Keep moving. Lift and tap. Carolyn, can you hear me? Yeah, Carolyn can hear me. Chloe, I don't know. You might want to try leaving and then coming back and seeing if that helps. Give that a shot. 3 more. 2, 1, arm overhead, and then pull the knee to elbow and reach it away. Let me read this again. Maybe just my phone. Yeah, try the leaving and coming in if that, hopefully, usually a little unplug kind of helps. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, just hold it out, get it longer, and then bring it on in, take that seat. And Chloe, if that doesn't work and it's still really annoying and you can't hear me, you can always leave and then I can send you the recording of it and that way you can watch it later. So see what works for you. We're gonna come up to standing, so I'm gonna move this thing again. I'm glad it's just the two of you guys. It's all a mess today. Alrighty. So we'll start standing up. So if you have a washcloth or a glider, grab it. If not, you don't need it. And we'll place it under your left foot. And just press it back till you're in a lunge. Right knee right over the right heel, and hips are square. Back leg is really, really straight. And then we're gonna push into our right heel. I lost my glider already. Push into your right heel to stand it up. And slide it right back. So you don't even really need a glider, because it's not about the left leg. It's about your right leg straightening and bending. And just dragging it in, dragging it out. That left leg really doesn't do much. The power comes from your right glute. Inhale down, exhale up, and the slower the better. Making sure the knee is maybe just slightly in front of the heel, but not too far forward and not too far back. Find that spot where you feel kind of that sweet spot in your right cheek. And as you go down into your lunge, you're hinging forward so the back stays long. 4 more. 3 more. When you lose your balance, usually you forget about your core, so try and tighten through the core. 2. This next one, we're gonna stay down there. Again, knee over the heel. And now you just drag the back leg in. But the back leg is just your distraction. Your focus is that static hold on the right leg. Maybe the arms reach, and then the arms bend in, and they extend, and pull. And as you're pulling the leg in, pull your right hip back slightly. 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're gonna hold it back there. Back leg super straight, and just the upper body. Tip it forward, bring it up. Wherever you feel the work in your right glute. So make sure knee is over heel. Whew. And you squeeze the booty to lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Shake it for a sec. Whew. And then we're just gonna bring the glider or towel in the same foot. So many technical difficulties today. So left toes have the glider or towel or whatever you're standing on. We're gonna sit down into a little side lunge. We stand it up. You're not trying to push this leg out. You're sending your butt back, and this leg just happens to go along for the ride. Arms can extend forward and back. So if we've done these on the reformers, they're kind of a version of our skater. And we keep our knee and hip right on that front platform. So as the leg goes out, we don't travel. Body stays centered over the foot. Inhale down, dig into your right heel to come up. Left leg is really light, almost like it's gonna float right off whatever it's on. We've got 5 more. 4. And as you send your booty back, reach your chest forward. Always trying to get a little more length in the spine. 2. Next time we lower, we're gonna stay there. Check that your knee, hip, and foot all are lined up. Now drag the knee in, reach it away. Pull it in, stretch it out. Again, this guy is just your distraction. You're working this static hold. Now notice if your shoulders have started to shift, or if you can keep your Pilates box right where you want it. 5. Ooh, if you're not feeling it, get down a little lower and further back with your bum. 3, 2. We got a bonus. We stay out there. Down an inch, up an inch. Think of your booty going up and down rather than your knee going forward and back. 6. 5, like if there was a wall here, you don't want to push into the wall. 3, 2, 1, and come up out of it. Shake it out. Before we get to the other side, we'll come back down to the mat for a little tricep push-ups. So hands right under the shoulders. Walk your knees back until they're under the hips. Roll the chest open. Soften the elbows and we point them straight back and all the way up. You can always do this on your toes as well. You want your hands right under the shoulders. And keep pulling your belly in away from the floor. 5 more. Also notice if you put more weight into one arm than the other because we have our stronger arm. We want to try and even that out. 2 more. Last one. Push it back, find a little child's pose. And breathe. Stand it up, other side. Doesn't matter what side you face. Just want the, whatever you're using to slide under your right foot now. We'll come down into our lunge. Hold it there. Square the hips off. Lean forward. And then we rise up. Inhaling to lower. Exhaling back up. I'm going to turn it because I keep losing my balance when I look that way. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. And try and stop before you come all the way up because then you're just kind of taking the work out. So you want to stop when you're still in that working zone in your left cheek. Back leg really light. If you reached your arms forward, you can send them forward. 4. And as you lift, think of lifting your waist up and off your hips. 3. 2. We're gonna hold it low on 1. And now we drag and press. This foot is really light. Your left butt should be on fire. If not, keep moving. If not, check your knee tracking that it's right over the heel or slightly in front of it. Or maybe get down a little lower. Arms can reach, arms can bend. 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2. We're gonna hold it out on 1. We've got those fun hinges forward. Rise it up just some of the way. Back leg really straight. And all the work is in that left cheek. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy, shake it out. I'm gonna turn my mat back around. And the riser is still under that right foot. Square the hips off. And we're gonna come down into our first little squat and hold it there. Knee right over the heel, belly pulling in. And then we're dragging it up, resisting it down. Hips go up and down rather than side to side. We go straight back. Arms can go forward to help encourage that idea of length forward. And you might want this right leg slightly behind you, slightly in front of you. Kind of play around until you feel what feels the nicest in your hip. You don't want your hip feeling tweaked. 4 more. Coming up again, just some of the way, keeping the knee soft. 3, 2, we hold it out on 1, send your booty back, and then up an inch, down an inch. Again, butt up and down instead of knee forward and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it on in. Shake it out. And then we're gonna get rid of that. We'll come down for some extension. So lie down on your belly. I'm just gonna read your chat. Cool. And if you guys, since it's just the two of you, sorry, boobs. If you have something to say, it's easier if you just unmute yourself and say it because I can't read the chat from far away. Just FYI. So lie down on your belly. And we'll bring our hands right under the shoulders, glue your legs together, and tuck your tail under. Belly button lifts off the mat the whole time. Peel your head up and your upper back up. Your hands are really light. You're just kind of folding over your bra line. And right back down. 2 more. Hands aren't really doing anything just yet. Using your back to bring you up. 1 more. At the top, tuck your tail under more and lower it down. We'll make it bigger, so arms are still light. Use your back to fold you up. When you can't come up any higher, push into your arms to lift to where it feels good for you. Arms bring you down until you don't need them anymore, and then they get light and your back brings you down. Do that 2 more times. Back brings you up. Arms help get higher. Arms control you down. And then your back brings you the rest of the way. 1 more. Folding up. Pressing up. Controlling down. And control it down more. Child's pose to release the back. Maybe let your hips kind of rock side to side. And breathe. And then we'll come onto your left side body. And we'll lie down using the mat as a ruler. So elbow, shoulder, and hip all are at the very back of your mat. And then your legs will come forward at this 45-degree angle. We're gonna try and power through our whole side kick series. So square the shoulders and hips off and reach your top hip far away so that you feel space in your bottom waist. Flex both feet, lift the top leg up. Kick, kick, point, sweep back. Flex, kick, kick, point, reach. Today, let's keep everything really, really stable. So your range is where there's no rocking and rolling. 5 more. Make this bottom leg really active. That's your kickstand. It's pushing down into the floor. 3. Keep the ribs from flaring out. 2. 1, bring it right over your bottom leg. Let's flex the foot, lift it up just 2 inches. Point down 2 inches. Flex up, point down. But feel like you're trying to reach it from way up at the top of your hip. It's super tiny. Big point, big flex. 4, keep pushing the mat away from you. Flex up, point down, 2 more. And now reverse it, point up, flex down, super tiny. You can try to get your leg a little longer than the bottom leg every time it comes down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it hip height and just let the foot be floppy. We're drawing the tiniest circles you can, but from the very, very top of your thigh bone. And when you come up to the top of that circle, it's a little extra squeeze. Squeeze at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. Squeeze at the top of that tiny, tiny circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, slide it up the bottom leg, plant it down. You'll hold on to the ankle. Bottom leg lifts up. I'm going to draw circles with the bottom inner thigh. They can be big, they can go small, where you can control your pelvis and your hips. And exhaling and accenting the up. 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. If you want it heavier, top leg rests on your thigh, just not on the knee, and you use that to push down. Just an option. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, slide the top leg back up. One more here. Reorganize yourself. Top leg back up, hip height. We'll start with our bicycle. We bend the knee into the chest, reach the leg forward, behind you, heel to your seat, and forward. Hips are really stable. You can bring the hand to the mat. Go behind the head if you want to work on your balance more and more side body. But the whole idea is that the hips stay still as we just move the leg around in the socket. 2 more in this direction. When you're at the back, try and get your foot as close to your seat as you can. Hold it long behind you. Reorganize, and then you take it forward. Heel to your seat, press it back. Forward, heel to seat, push it back. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, reach it super long. Bring it over, lower it down. 1 more. So lift the top leg back up. We've got our hot potato. If your head is getting heavy, you can always lower it down. We're gonna bring the leg forward, toes touch, bring it back, heels touch. Toes and heels. Sorry, meaning toe touches the floor, heel touches the floor. And it's a little accent on the up, tap, and lift. So you're going to a little bit of internal, external rotation as you hot potato up and over the bottom leg for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Pull the knees in, just press yourself up. We'll do a little mermaid in between sides. I wasn't sure what time we actually started, so I'm going to take you to like 2:10, 2:15, but if you need to leave, I won't be offended. So square the hips off. If you have your glider or washcloth handy, it would be beneficial. Left hand on the mat or whatever you've got, right arm out. Flip the palm up, bring that right arm up by your ear. Let the shoulders slide down. We lift up and over as we stretch to the left. While you're here, try and square the shoulders off and get this right hip heavy. And drag it back up. Lift and over. And back up. 2 more. Up and over. And back. Last one. Up and over. And back. Bring your right hand to your right knee or shin and counter stretch to the right. Then we'll do the mermaid on the other side before we get our other side lined. So right shin forward, left shin to the side. Oops, I forgot I needed that. Left arm comes up. Drop the shoulder. We go up to go over. Press the left hip heavier. And slide it back up. Reach. And resist. I think we did 4. We'll do 2 more. Reach. And use your left waist to bring you up. One more. And back over, counter stretch to the left. And then unfold. Let's lie down on the right side. Elbow, shoulder, hip in that same back line. Legs at that nice diagonal. Lift the crown of the head up, the abs up, and the legs reaching long. Flex the feet. Lift the top leg up. Flex, kick, kick. Point, stretch back. As you reach back, squeeze your cheek. That'll also help to open up the front of the hip. Kick, kick, point, reach. As the leg reaches behind you, abs pull up. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it forward. Again, let it find your flex, actually. Flex up 2 inches, point down. As you lift up, it's like someone's got a hold of your heel and they're pulling it straight out of the hip, and then they got a hold of your toes. Heel, toes. Heel, and toes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, keep the flex down, point up. Keep it small. If you don't think about it, it'll start to get really big. We want to try and keep it tiny. Mine keeps getting bigger. 5, 4, and just think of that side glute that you're contracting. 3, 2, and 1. Let the foot be floppy. Start with your circles, whatever direction. While you're circling, try and relax everything else. I notice my top hand or my right hand was like gripping. Try and relax the hands, the face, the eyes. Reverse. Bottom leg gets a little heavier, a little stronger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Slide it up. Bottom leg lifts. Then you got your inside circles. Leading with your inner thighs, your little bit of external rotation. 5, accenting on that up. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, slide the top leg back. Reorganize, make sure your butt hasn't traveled forward. And then we lift the top leg. Let's bring the knee into the chest. Stretch it forward, behind you, heel to your seat, and forward. And just kind of allowing that hip to move in the socket. Notice if there's sort of any shifting going on, any tightness in the tendons. This is my bad hip, so there's all kinds of stuff happening. 3, and trying to stay on that same plane, right? So we don't let the leg go lower or higher. Stays hip height. Get 1 more. We'll reach it back, get it a little longer, pull your abs up more, and then reverse it. Forward, heel to your seat, press it back. Recommit to your bottom leg, make it active. And see how close you can get your butt, or your foot to your butt. 4, 3, oh, there's so much noise going on in this hip right now. 2, and 1. Lower it down. Whew, let's flip over onto our backs. We'll get a little figure 4. So whichever leg you want to start with, cross that ankle over and just pull one knee in as you push the crossed leg away from you. You can rock side to side. And then the other side. One more big breath. And then separate the legs. Start to just draw some circles with the thigh bones right in the hips. Reverse. 3, 2, and 1. We'll rock our way up onto all fours. We'll get like another 10 minutes or 5 minutes in. So hands right under the shoulders, elbows are soft. And just find a soft little cat and cow, rounding on the exhale, letting your belly fill in as you drop it down. Letting your sit bones widen, so those two kind of bony landmarks, think of widening them east to west. And then as you draw your belly in, narrow your sitting bones together. Do that one more time. Widen the bones. And then narrow the bones. And then find your neutral spine. So right in between the two. Hands under the shoulders, elbows soft. One leg and then the other. You're in your front support or plank. Or just shifting forward and back. And it's like someone's got a hold of your heels and someone also has a hold of your head. And you're just being pulled both ways. Try and find that resistance that even while you're going forward, you're still being pulled back. So you're reluctantly forward and reluctantly back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booty to the sky. Separate your feet. And let the knees soften as much as you need, because you're going to walk your hands in to meet your feet. When you're there, drop your head. Start to rebuild your spine. Rolling up. When you get to the top, a couple shoulder rolls. I'm going to just move the camera angle again, hopefully for the last time. And then we'll find our feet on the mat, slightly wider than hip width and nice and parallel. We got one last set of squats to finish. So you can try and find even weight distribution between both feet. I'm always here. This feels even to me. So I've got to work to be center. Reach your arms forward, send your butt back and hold this first one down. Check your knees that they're right over the heels. Ribs are drawing in and we slowly stand up. Inhale down. Exhale, press up. Reach your booty way back. Exhale up, driving into your heels. And just a couple more slow. Let's get full extension of the hips at the top. 2 more. Try not to grip the toes. If you can, let them kind of spread open. 1 more slow. And let's move it. We're down and up. Big inhale, big exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, we stay down. Knees stay still, it's your butt up and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We just hold and breathe. Maybe the arms go back, arms go forward. Find a spot where this is unpleasant to stay. We've got 6, 5. Your sitting bones are now broadening east to west. 3, 2, 1. Last bit here. Up an inch, down an inch with the butt for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round over, your legs hang heavy. Let's widen the stance a bit. Take your left hand to the outside of your right shin. Hips stay square, but we're gonna spiral the ribs up to the right. Right hand to the sky. Inhale through center. Switch hands, switch sides. We'll do that one more time in each side. And center. Last one. Find center, hang a little heavier. Walk your feet back into your Pilates V. Heels together, toes apart. Soften the knees. Biggest inhale, breathe into your back ribs. Super slow exhale, let's rebuild for 8. Your pelvis presses forward, 7. 6, arms super heavy, 5. 4, bring your hips over your heels, 3. Shoulders over your hips, 2. Ears over the shoulders on 1. 1 really big, slow shoulder roll to the back. Palms face forward. And we're done. Sorry that was so technically difficult with all the Zoom stuff. Hold on a minute.
Jess, that was awesome.